Hi everybody, this is Mulgeta Desta from God.God, and today we are going to talk about absolute happiness. So let's go. So let's talk about absolute happiness. Where does an absolute happiness comes from? Different persons have a different perception on happiness. For example, someone may say that when he just has a very nice villa house that he's very happy, or someone may say that when he has a hell of money, he may say that I'm very happy, and the other, when he just drives a very nice car, he may say that I'm very happy. Or when somebody establishes a family, he may say that I'm very happy when, or once, it can also be like when somebody is alone, then living alone without any stress, then he may say that I'm very happy. But this all things, they are all materials except the family, that they will never give us an absolute happiness. All the time, an absolute happiness comes from God, from the one who creates the world with his single word. Our Almighty God will give us all the time an absolute happiness. Because, for example, I just came from Africa and I'm just currently living in Switzerland. When I just compare and contrast the people who are just living in Africa, which have, who has lower economical status than the people who are just living in Europe, but when you just see, they're really very happy. They have an absolute happiness. And where does this absolute happiness comes from? This absolute happiness comes from, according to my perception, because the people who are living in Africa, they have a good attachment with their God. At least they have religion, so that they can rely on. They believe in one God, so that they just rely on their God. They put all their loads to their Lord, and they get an absolute happiness. Because all the time, when you have someone to rely on, then you will get an absolute happiness. Money doesn't give you an absolute happiness, or materials. All the materials what we have, they will never give us an absolute happiness. For example, a rich person can buy a bed, but the bed cannot give him a sleep. But the peace of mind that he has in his own mind will give him sleep. So, but besides worshiping in God, there are also some contributing factors for our happiness. For example, getting a job, enhancing our educational careers, establishing a family, also plays a dramatic role for our happiness. Because if someone lives alone, he may be very happy, but the happiness, according to my perception, is not going to be comparable with a person who has a family. Because when you have a family, a wife, children, then the happiness is completely different. Because in the Bible it states that children are the gifts of God. So if they are the gifts of God, God is our source of happiness, then the happiness will be added to us when you have a family, when you just have a wife. And all the time we have to focus on things which makes our mind, or which gives our mind peace. For example, what kinds of book do we read? The book that we just read is all the time about war, about conflict, about striking with somebody else? Or is that a book which can give us a peace of mind? For example, for me, the best book in this world is the Bible, because the Bible, when I just read the Bible, it gives me an absolute happiness. When I'm just getting angry, when I just feel sad, when my heart is touched, then I always read the Bible, especially the proverb, the one which is written by the son of David, son of King David, the wise man Solomon, wrote really a very interesting chapters which can cheer up our hearts. So all the time, I just recommend personally to read, a person should read what they call it, a Bible. But there are also so many, books which can enhance the comfort zones of our hearts. For example, when I have some stresses in medicine, because I'm a health professional, we have always a coping strategy. Whenever we just face something, whenever we just face, for example, one problem, then we should to have, or we ought to have a coping strategy to solve this specific problem. For example, I personally, for example, when I was in Africa, I just usually go to the church to settle my heartbeats when I just getting very angry, when I feel sad, when I just lose somebody which was bosom friend of me or family of me. There are also different strategic methods, coping strategies, that we can arrest the problems that we just face. For example, someone may just hear spiritual songs, someone may just go for a walk, someone may just want to talk about the problem with his family or with his friends. All in all, we should to have one mechanism to cope our problems, to solve our problems. So let's try to summarize it. According to my perception, whatever religion we have, the best thing, whenever we have a problem, in order to get our happiness, is to attach ourselves with our Almighty God. That is the only way to get, the only best way to get or to restore our happiness. If, for example, if a money could give us, our happiness, the people who are living in America or in Europa would be better than the people who are just in Africa. They should normally get good happiness, better happiness than the people who are just living in Africa. But that's not the truth. It's really vice versa. The people who have nothing are very happy. So it's all the time better to for example, I just recommend the young generation to read the Bible, because when you just read the Bible also, we get a very good rules, because every rule in this world, they are derived from the Bible. If I have just respect the 10 commandments of our God, then I'm going to respect also every single rules of the country. So let's try to get motivated, let's try to read the Bible, let's try to get or restore our absolute happiness by attaching ourselves with our Almighty God. I hope you like my video. If you just like it, try to share it, and if you are a new watcher, try to subscribe and get notified. Don't forget to click the notification button so that you can get easily or achieve easily the videos that I just make. I really appreciate for giving me your time. I wish you all the best. God bless you. Thank you.